It's the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coach's Corner, fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's on 101.9, 100.5, 1450, WGNSSports.com, and Big G TV.
Back here on the Coaches Show, and this segment brought to you by Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Professional auto repair and maintenance from ASE certified mechanics and master mechanics. Find out more at autorepair.smyrna.com. We're headed in that direction, or actually, yeah, I'm sure probably close to that direction, is Ben Caudill, the head coach of the Stewarts Creek Redhawks. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, Brian.
It's maybe one of the weirder nights. You'll probably always remember the first week in region play, right?
Yeah, I think not just for the first week in region play this year, but perhaps, for all of us coaches, what a wild night, something that everybody had to deal with, not just here locally, but throughout Middle Tennessee.
Probably the worst weather that we've had widespread in quite some time. And I was just talking to Kevin Creasy about it this morning. If this had been 5 years ago before we had, or however long it's been with the turf, the rain would have been a problem. But you take the rain out as a problem, and it was the lightning last night. So we've done things to mitigate the amount of problems that could happen, but it just was a night when Mother Nature didn't cooperate.
Yeah, I think that's well said. And sometimes earlier in the week, if you know it might be coming, you can push it up a day. But this is a forecast that kind of snuck up on us, sometime on Thursday, and just a very bizarre, situation that we were all in. And we were talking last night, me and Coach Renshaw, just about how hard it is to make the right decision, because every decision, no matter which one you make, could easily swing in either direction. But at the end of the day, I know that we did all we could last night to, get the game in. We waited there for about 2 hours, and it opened up, and, we kind of said, hey, this is why we waited. And, my assumption is that you guys last night might have been able to get out there slightly before we did. But nonetheless, here we are. We got about 9 minutes left in the game. And certainly a situation that I don't think either of us have been in before, but, going to be an exciting, quick quarter of football, hopefully, here today at Stewarts Creek.
I think the real difference between the Blackman-Riverdale game and yours was you got banged in the second quarter where they just got to halftime, and that extra 13 minutes that, and I learned some new things this morning. You're mandated to take a halftime and a warm-up. That maybe is the time that cost you to be able to finish, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's wild that you're inside for 2 hours, 2 hours, 15 minutes, and you go out and play for, about 15, 20 minutes, and then you got to take a 10-minute halftime. But, that's what we had to deal with. And I was really proud of how our players came out, after the long break, and we were able to come out there and score. And unfortunately allowed 3 different third down conversions there to Siegel, give them a lot of credit, and they were able to, score to take back the lead, and we're able to get through the third quarter unscathed, and then Mother Nature hit again there a few minutes into the fourth quarter, and that's where things stand right now.
Yeah, you trailed, and I'm not. I think this is the how things went last night. When you got delayed the first time, you all were down 8-0, and then you came back to score to make it 8-7. Then you mentioned that Siegel score, and then where things are now, you're driving at their 11 when the game was called with 9:16 to play. Is that kind of a good overview?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so the ball's at the 11-yard line, 2nd and 10, and that's where things kind of fell when the final delay hit. And, we waited to get back up to our locker rooms to kind of see where things stood, and I think we both wanted to see if there was an opportunity to, prevent everybody from having to come up today. And there's so many factors with that, that most people might not think about. The
right.
ACT is today. I have a coach on our staff whose son's birthday party is today. You have kids and players with jobs and obviously previous commitment. So it's always kind of a roll of the dice there when you have to do this. But this is the situation that we're both in. And I know me and Coach Renshaw, both can say to, our families and our communities that we did everything we could to, try and get it in last night. And I would like to say, this isn't something that any coach or administration wants to be in, such a difficult situation. But, from the outset yesterday, Coach Renshaw and Siegel have just been tremendous to deal with. And I have so much respect for him, not just professionally, but personally. It's always hard when you kind of have to come to a hard conclusion when you've been persistent and waiting for so long. But at the end of the day, we just didn't, feel like there was another window that we could predict when it would open. At the end of the day, it wasn't at night. It was in the morning when I heard the last crack here at Stewarts Creek. So, I think at the earliest it would have been after 1 a.m. for us to get out there just to start stretching.
We talked to Adam earlier. He's going to be on the air in just a few, but just because of the way the game fell and all of that. But if you're the home team, and we'll talk about some of those things you've got to deal with, but like for the visiting team, they've got to get buses again. They've got to do a team meal again, do all of the things that you weren't expecting to do on a Saturday. You guys have to get everybody back who, with game operations and administrators and all the things that you have to do, all the people that work. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of people here that are affected. So, of course, you're going to try to finish. But, I mean, you've got a tall task being the host, too.
Yeah, I think that's very well said. And most people don't realize sometimes there's can be a few more distractions when you, and things to deal with when you host a game as opposed to when you just got to pack everything up and go on the road. And, we've got these metal detectors and weapons defense systems as well, and the game day administration. And, we've got one member of our chain crew that had a previous commitment today. And so we've got to, make that up as well. But I tell you, Brian, even after such a long delay, seeing, the smiles and the support of so many people that just make things go here. Our athletic director, Jeff Mitchell, administrator, game day administrator, Todd Harris, just the whole 9 yards. Dr. Harrell was here, very supportive throughout. I know Siegel's, administration was as well. And so, seeing that even after a long delay with certain, things that went into all that, definitely, is a shot in the arm as a coach and certainly makes me want to, deliver on their behalf.
You also have to think about officials. I mean, those officials surely wanted to finish. They didn't want to come back. They may have had commitments today to officiate in other places. I mean, there's just so many working parts that I don't think the average person really thinks about. But they were determined to get it in if possible, and there was just no way.
Oh, yeah, they were great. And several of them, Brian, as you know, these guys are driving from at least an hour away. And so it's a quick turnaround for them as well. They were great last night. Everybody that, kind of put their best foot forward despite, circumstances that were far out of our control. I can't say enough, really on both sides. And so, obviously you don't want to have to come back the next day. But this is the situation we're in. And, our off-season theme verse as a program was in Philippians 3 of, forgetting what's behind and straining towards what's ahead. And so certainly that's something that we're going to have to, take hold of today. Quick turnaround. Obviously there's soreness. There's exhaustion. We're all a little bit, tired and certainly didn't get, the usual amount of sleep you get before you, are in the middle of a fourth quarter of a game. But this is something we're both dealing with. And our players will get in here in a little bit and we'll get things started.
The longest halftime or the longest delay in a game probably that these kids will ever go through. But, I thought about this last night as I got in the car, lightning struck and there was a power outage. So it became 2 a.m. for me. But this is something that I'll remember, and I've done this for 32 years, and these kids are going to remember. They're going to come back and talk about, you remember the time we played Siegel and what happened, and so that's what it's all about, having these kids have an opportunity, and they're going to get to play in the rain today, it looks like, because the radar is lit up again, but no lightning, so that's the big thing.
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity to, make a tremendous memory, and, been some crazy circumstances. I've never had to, come back and finish a game the next day. But this is the opportunity before our team right now. And, we've got, the ball on the 11-yard line going in against a region opponent. And I can assure you, Brian, there's no coach y'all will talk to this morning that wouldn't, take that opportunity in the fourth quarter against anybody they're playing against in this county.
Well, and this is the first region game. It's a biggie, and it's razor thin here, the margin. And Coach Renshaw did say expect an 11-man blitz on that first drive, or on that first play.
Yeah. Well, been a great football game. I tell you, It's unfortunate how hard both teams have played. I know several things have gone against us. We had an inexplicable fumble on the third play of the game. I think we thought we were out of bounds and kind of just handed it away. We've had some big blocks. We spiked the football after we scored and didn't have the chance to go for two. We had the ball first and goal at the 1-yard line and came away with no points, with two snap issues there. And so, this is a new day. And even though it's still the same game, it's a new day. It's a new opportunity, to persevere for our team and for us as coaches, and obviously for all of our fans that stayed up late watching us last night. We're going to need you out there again today. Admission is free, and great opportunity is there for the taking before our football team today.
Coach, good luck in all that, and I think we can say this at all the Rutherford County schools. And I know we can say it at Stewarts Creek. The support, the help, the administration, we've already talked all about that. But I'd rather be here in Rutherford County and with the coaches and administrators that we have to deal with in a situation like this than anywhere else. So I know that you'll get some support out there today. And good luck, as we told Adam as well. But good luck here in the remaining part of the game. And we will catch you next week after you play another region game with Rockvale, which we'll have on the air. And you're not thinking a thing about that right now. So, but we'll just say good morning and appreciate you spending some time with us this morning. I know you had a busy morning already.
Hey, thanks, Brian. Always enjoy being with you guys.
All right. Ben Caudill, the head coach of the Stewarts Creek Redhawks this morning, joining us. They're going to pick up at 2 o'clock at Stewarts Creek. It's 15-7. Siegel on top. Stewarts Creek with the ball at the 11-yard line of Siegel with 9:16 to play. I feel like I'm doing like a pregame show or halftime or whatever. But anyway, that's the situation there. We're going to come back and continue our coaches' conversation right after this.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation and